Welcome back. And joining us now is Kevin Berkahn. He is the king of brides and a fashion icon that's been working in the Auckland market for over 40 years. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you for having me.
No, I don't want to retrack all your history because we're going to be here for a very long time. But it started with Plum, didn't it? A little store in High Street.
Yeah, we had a store in High Street, actually O'Connell Street.
Oh, O'Connell.
And we opened that, and we were told we were fools to open there because it wasn't the right area.
Well, you would have started the trend, isn't it?
Anyway,
Where
we
Karen
started
Walker
the trend.
is now?
Yep, we bought Karen Walker, we bought Zambezi, and the whole sort of followed on.
Yeah.
So we became a bit of an institution.
And from now, why Plum? Why would you call a store Plum?
Well, we did. We were probably a bit of a rebel store because we had a white tiled floor, which was unheard of, wasn't carpet, and we just went into occasion clothes, specialising in nothing other than after 5 sort of clothes, no daytime things at all.
About a little bit of bridal wear?
Yes, we had a rack of dresses that were, snatch and grab sort of second-time wedding dresses and things like that. And
hold on, you don't relate to that, do you? You're not allowed to do the snap and grab. You're very happily married.
Yes. But, they get these wedding dresses, and it started, and then it evolved from there that I got taken over, and it just seemed to be weddings, to the stage where we had to open a huge store, which we were 14 years and up by the Sheraton Hotel in a 4,000 square foot store that sold nothing but wedding dresses.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh, look, 300 to 400 brides outfitted between December, is it December and March?
Yeah, November through to March.
November through to March. And I worked out that's 3.3 wedding dresses a day.
Yes. Well, that's what's off the peg and made to order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dealing with bridezillas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every day.
Hence no hair.
Yeah. I mean, that would be one of the toughest markets because, as a bride, I mean, would expect that it was the only wedding that you'd ever done, and it was the first and the most important wedding, and you've got 3.3 on in that day.
And naturally it's the only one, and also the most money that they spend usually in one's lifetime is all this expense for this one big day and this one big dress. So naturally, it's the only one I've ever made.
Yeah, are they all that picky? Are we all that picky? I should include ourselves.
I have to say, some have been a delight, and others I couldn't tell you what they were like. But however, it takes all kinds.
Yeah, and then we go into publishing.
Well,
we do the Bride and Groom magazine.
Oh, well,
you set the path for me to follow, really, didn't you?
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're following it.
Yeah, I am.
You'll have a lot of fun.
I'm actually just reading along as I go.
There were 4 of us actually that started that, and then there was a definite need for a magazine for that industry, for everyone to they didn't know where to go. And I've probably been a wedding coordinator and didn't realise I was one for 40 years because they used to ask
giving them all the tips.
Yeah, the makeup and who to get this and who to get the flowers, and so hence we used to do that. So it needed a magazine for it. So now I think there's 2 or 3 in the market or something in that area now.
Bride and Groom still has a huge stronghold on that market.
Definitely.
How long did you have that for?
Oh, probably about 18 months. And then I went and ventured out into doing a big lingerie line and everything else, so there wasn't time for making magazines. No.
So we sell it, we move on, and then we set up a store in Double Bay.
Yes, I know. When I had my store in K Road and the lingerie and everything, I was the very first Kiwi ever to open in Australia.
Yeah.
And hence I got exposure to the Opera House opening, and they thought because I was a retailer in Australia,
they thought you were
I
Australian.
Qualified, and I whizzed in there and took the prize for the best garment.
He's right taking under prizes all his life for garments
without even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it went all around the world because it was a Nidic velvet cloak over a white dress. And actually, we never had time to make anything, if I remember right. It was just 2 things. The cloak was left over from a Miss New Zealand show, and it was just a white.
Threw it together.
So I thought, a little white dress and that great big expansive place, amazing. Throw it over, and I'll remember it till the day I die. It was Nikki Turner, a great model in Australia. She walked out into the middle of the catwalk, dropped the cloak, and there she was in this minute little dress and just brought the house down.
Yeah,
now that was just really.
I mean, just the vision you get from that, isn't it?
It's all to do with the atmosphere of the whole thing.
Yeah, and just the absolute look that you've created there by just the juxtaposition of the garments, this huge cloak and the little white dress.
It was fantastic.
So we go to Paris. for a while?
Oh, well, our lease finished
in the store,
in the big store in K Road, and they wanted to do terrible things, like treble the rents and
don't we all know about landlords and rent?
And of course, they've got 40 other tenants wanting to come into the place, and I suddenly said to my wife Shirley, well, maybe this is the time where we have a sabbatical, the two of us. And we thought, right, we're still booked up until March, April because of the weddings ahead. I went and got temporary premises, moved out, had to be out by Christmas Eve, moved out, and then we went and completed all the dresses, and then we went to live in Europe for 2 years. Because I have a son that lives in Paris.
But you came home because it was either start a business again or divorce the love of your life.
Well, what do you do when you come home when you've been so active? So we decided, well, we weren't quite ready to divorce each other after all these years. So we thought we'll open just a nice small
new market,
a little store, and work from there. Oh my God, it's gone mad.
Yeah, because everybody remembers you. How could we not know Kevin Berkahn, like the bridal king?
Well, this bridal king business, but however, we've gone back to our original roots of occasion clothes. And that's where we were at. And we're doing the branding thing now with the name, like the fragrance and redoing all that.
That's all and we're looking at Dubai as well,
and
things like that.
Yes, I've got big things happening in Dubai. And then I'm bringing in younger people that want to come in and do a bit of mentoring and like generally helping the industry. Like I've got a pattern maker who's, is 85. She's
she's older than 75.
Yeah, she's she's close on 80. She'll probably kill me if she sees this. But, I've put a couple of young kids that really need some help, and she's helping them now. And I mean, this is the experience that you can't buy.
Oh, look, you have had a wonderful life. And it still keeps going. But
going on and on.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's been wonderful to catch up with you. It's wonderful just to look at what you've achieved and done in such, it's a good length of time, isn't it? It's not a short
40 years.
So, yeah.
Not bad for a farmer's son.
And joining me after the break is Rodney Hyde. He's a politician with principles.